Still on staying safe online, we are looking at updates and patches. Updates are an essential part of the software development lifecycle. They allow developers to add new features, fix bugs, and otherwise simply alter aspects of the product. When vulnerabilities are discovered in software, developers usually release special updates called patches that contain a fix for the vulnerability or otherwise patch the security issue. For this reason, it is imperative that you update software whenever possible, especially for things like operating systems, e.g. Windows or Mac OS, where vulnerabilities can be particularly dangerous as seen in the case study below. So the case study is called EternalBlue. Let's click to read. EternalBlue is believed to have been discovered by the United States National Security Agency, the NSA, and was leaked to the general public in April 2017. The vulnerability affects an integral part of the Windows operating system and gives a remote attacker complete control over the target at the highest level of privileges. You can see this for yourself in the Blue Room on TryHackMe. Microsoft quickly released a patch, the infamous MS17010, which was designed to remove the vulnerable components in the software. However, many administrators simply chose not to download it for one reason or another. Why is this important, you may ask? EternalBlue was the transmission vector that the WannaCry ransomware used to spread and infect new devices. So EternalBlue it gave full access to a target remotely, making it a perfect vulnerability to exploit with a self-replicating virus. Despite a patch having been made available months before the appearance of WannaCry, the ransomware was still able to attack millions of unpatched systems with devastating effects. You can read more about EternalBlue here. So basically, the EternalBlue was the vulnerability that was discovered and a patch was released. However, some administrators didn't update that, and a ransomware called WannaCry was able to exploit this vulnerability and spread to other devices, right? So unfortunately, all software eventually loses support from its maintainers, becoming deprecated and no longer receiving updates. For example, Windows 7. This is referred to as the software being EOL, that is end of life. At this point, the software must be replaced as soon as possible. If replacing the software is not possible, then the device should be segregated as far as is possible to prevent exploitation of the vulnerabilities that will be inevitably found and left unpatched. Now, antivirus updates. Most antivirus software packages receive very frequent updates. This is because they largely work using a local database of known exploit signatures, which must be kept up to date. In other words, when new malware is discovered, it gets sent around antivirus vendors who generate a signature that identifies this particular piece of malicious software. These signatures are then distributed to every device on the planet that uses the antivirus software, ensuring that your installed antivirus solution is kept up to date on all the latest known malware. If antivirus software is not allowed to update, it will still be able to catch some malware through other methods. However, the local signature database will quickly become outdated, resulting in malicious software potentially falling through the gaps. In short, if the antivirus wants to update, let it. So if your antivirus software is asking for update, just let it update itself so that it can be able to detect latest known malware once it updates its signature bank. Yeah, there's a word like that. So if you want to learn more about the EternalBlue, you can complete the Blue Room on TryHackMe and learn by yourself. So in conclusion, finally we've come to the end of this room. To conclude, there are different options for a malicious attacker to attack both individuals and groups. However, there are remediations for every attack. Having completed this room, you should hopefully understand a little more about these common attacks and the defenses against them. You don't need to be an expert in computers or cybersecurity to stay safe online. The solutions are simple and well worth adopting in your personal and professional online interactions. Thank you very much. Oh, in summary, for this room, we went through the common attacks, social engineering, phishing, malware and ransomware, MFA, and all that. So let's leave a feedback. Everything and the interactive room on public network safety. What don't you like about the room? Nothing. Please send your suggestions, ideas, and comments. Can we have more interactive tasks? Is that my network? Why are you hanging? Oh, good. So we can share this on Twitter, on Facebook, or LinkedIn, and you can give a thumbs up for the room. Good. So we've come to the end of this room. Thank you very much. We're going to pick another room soon. Very simple, very easy to understand. You don't need to be a cybersecurity expert to do these things.